On the way to the start line, the only thing I was thinking about was how bad I needed to go to the bushes. As the race approached, I expected that I would get nervous, as I did the previous year in the 50-mile event, but this year I did not. I don't know if it was the better conditioning, better training, more sleep, not sure what it was, but I did not get nervous this year. The Keys 100 is a great race put together by Bob Becker, and it is a fundraiser for prostate cancer, which is obviously a good cause.
All you 100-milers, are you ready? Woo! All right, let's go, 6 o'clock, you're off, go!
Once the gun went off, my plan from the start was to not only go out very slowly, but in fact to be the very last runner in the group prior to getting to the mile marker 1, or 101 in this case. I've been running all of my life. I first got interested in ultramarathons without actually knowing the term ultramarathon, just with the general feeling that I could run all day long.
Scott has always dreamed of running an ultramarathon. I remember a few years ago, he grabbed the book Ultramarathon Man by Dean Karnassus. He said, wouldn't it be great to run from Key Largo to Key West? And this was before we knew the Keys 100 existed.
The book inspired me to follow that dream. I knew going into the race that I wanted to do some walking, because walking is healing, as they say, with ultramarathons. The unique thing about ultramarathons is it's a small group of people that travel the country and even the world to run these events.
Hey, 20s and 1 mile. Yeah. I'm gonna stop there.
I felt good about my crew going into the race. My crew provided psychological support as well as physical support, as in food, nutrition, ice.
The crew vehicle also had a change of clothing, towels, anything Scott needed, the crew vehicle had. The crew vehicle basically had everything but the kitchen sink.
My crew was primarily made up of people who also served as pacers. Once my crew began to pace me 20 miles into the race, the time seemed to pass much quicker. My motto going into the race was Relentless Forward Motion, which is a quote by Lisa Smith Batchen. And the idea is pretty simple. Even if you have to slow down, the idea is to continue forward motion at all costs, at all times. My crew helped me with Relentless Forward Motion by simply encouraging me at all times.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
The Pacers felt like they were a part of something extremely big and extremely special, which they were. I think the Pacers made the race that much more enjoyable for Scott.
Yay, 50!
Part of the initial feelings during the earliest stages of the race were I just could not believe that here I was finally running a 100-mile event.
We're at mile 25, and you counted 12.
Yes, number 12.
Yahoo!
And it's 11:20 p.m.
Much later in the race, the feelings went more towards focusing on what needed to be done and what was the smartest way to do it. As in, should I speed up? Should I slow down? Should I walk more? Concentrate on micro goals, as in getting to the next aid station, getting across this bridge. The crew was essential in motivating me forward, especially in the middle of the night. There's a whole new ball game that begins in the middle of the night, not only because of the darkness, but because it's getting that much further into the race. You've been on your feet that much longer, and everything just becomes physically and mentally harder.
It was exciting. It was dark. It was cool. Boy, the weather was great. You couldn't have asked for better weather.
The last 8 miles of the race, I had escorts from the fire department in various different rigs. It was very motivating and uplifting to come around the corner, whatever, 90-some odd miles into the race, in the middle of the night, pitch black, to see the fire engines out with the lights on and half a dozen guys out there awaiting your arrival, and then even more fire personnel once arriving in Key West for the final stretch.
That was pretty special. To see Scott's friends wake up in the middle of the night, come out and cheer him on, that's pretty special.
My feelings varied throughout the race. Running through the finish line was quite an experience because it was, first of all, my first 100-mile event. Secondly, I had a large group of people that are friends and acquaintances from team and training and, of course, fire department personnel. It was very emotional in that it was my first ultra finish, as well as all of those people being there, and a couple of guys ran behind me with the American flag. My favorite part about finishing the 100-mile event, outside of merely physically finishing, was receiving my belt buckle. I wanted to run an ultramarathon just for the challenge and the fact that I had always felt like I could run all day, and it just gave me the opportunity to do it.